Thank you, DaVinci, for sponsoring this video. If your speed ramps still aren't top tier, you are missing out on thousands of views online. In this video, I'll show you how to make a smooth speed ramp edit super time efficiently using the speed ramp plugin from DaVinci.
See this grind, it's all I got. Been the same since the sandbox. Now I'm staring at the views from the top. And you know we getting to it non-stop.
If you want to speed up your editing process, click the first link in the description to get this plugin. Before we get started, add your audio to the timeline and mark the beats by pressing M on your keyboard. Now I'll add the first clip. After that, simply search for the speed ramp plugin in the effects library and drag it onto the clip. Right-click on the clip and choose Retime Controls. Drag the clip from the top right and speed it up so it ends on the first marker. Now you should have a fast, basic speed ramp. In the inspector window, you can change the preset or make one of your own. There are also settings to optimize performance. All of these presets are customizable, so you can slightly tweak the speeds if you need to. The first clip is already done. Let's add another one. Once again, search for the speed ramp plugin and drag it onto the clip. Open Retime Controls and speed it up how you want. You can also cut the clip anywhere or change the speed later if needed. The graph will stay perfect even if you tweak the speed later. Now, as you can see, the clip is too slow. Let's undo the part we cut the excess of and speed it up a little more for better flow. Now it looks way better in my opinion. By pressing the invert button, the clip will be reversed. The graph will stay the same. That looks great, but I think we should change the first graph to a boomerang speed ramp, so the flow continues throughout the video. Now that it's a boomerang speed ramp, we need to slow it down a little bit so the speed matches the next clip. Simply re-enable retime controls and slow it down slightly. Then cut the excess of, and that's it. You can also move the graph in every direction. For example, if I want the video to play further and cut a little bit off the beginning, I need to lift up the whole graph like so. Now that looks great. I'll speed up this part since it's just the same thing we've done already, but for the next clip, I'll show you how easy it is to make a completely custom graph for a multi-point speed ramp. Drag the plugin and speed up the clip like usual. Select the custom preset for the graph. Click on the marker points on the graph. Now, one thing I hope they add in an update is that you can see the markers in the graph view so it's easier to match the graph to the audio, but for now you can do it quite accurately just by clicking where you think it is. Once the points are made, you can drag these adjuster points to smooth out the graph. It's so quick and easy. Let's skip to the next clip, and there, I'll show you some more functions. As you might have noticed, there is also a mirror button below the graph. What it does is convert any graph into a boomerang speed ramp like this. Okay, let's finish this edit, and then I'll introduce you to the sauce that will tie this video together. For this, I'll make a multi-point boomerang speed ramp. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite graphs, but as you can see, the clip plays in the wrong direction. To fix this, you can simply press the invert button. There you go. Also, this clip needs to be sped up slightly more. Alternative way for speeding up is to stretch the graph upwards like so. Now for the final clip, I'll make a similar graph to this one. Buy me a whip, then I take my pick, then I find me a chick, I can make my itch. Darkness in motion. It's a 16 bar from the dark of the ocean. Flow penetrates egos with the dark of the broken. Meanwhile, inhale smoking, won't let me get my roaching. Been promoting the green and the purest herb. MPs get vexed and they swear they words. On daytime telly, but they blur with her light work. I There we go. Now I'll add an adjustment layer on top of the timeline where the motion blur will go. Search for motion blur in the effects library and drag it onto the adjustment layer. It might look weird at first, but to fix it, click on Automatic Motion Blur. Even though I set the value to 3, I recommend keeping it between 1 and 2, depending on how fast your speed ramps are. This should also be the last step, so before adding this, you should finish your color grade since motion blur is very heavy to process. If the blur still isn't how you want it, you can freely customize it to your preferences. Also, before exporting, go back to your clips and change the interpolation mode to flow. What it does is create extra frames in the slow parts of your speed ramp to make them super smooth. It eliminates all of the small jitters you might have, especially with 30 frames per second footage. If you are interested in learning more about video editing, check out these videos.